Hello guys and welcome back to TechWolf, and today we are going to do another CompTIA Plus Core 1 practice test. And this test will be all ready for the CompTIA Plus Core 1 exam, which is 220-1201. So, no further ado, let's get into it. A technician is setting up a workstation for video editing. What component is the most critical for performance? USB keyboard, high-end graphics card, Ethernet cable, external hard drive, or high refresh rate monitor. And here the correct answer is high-end graphics card, as a powerful GPU is essential for rendering and editing high-resolution video efficiently. Next question. A user reports slow internet connection on their laptop, but other devices work fine. What should they check first? A laptop's network adapter settings, printer firmware, the monitor brightness, the external speaker volume, or the screen refresh rate. And here the correct answer is the laptop's network adapter settings, as if other devices have good internet speed, the issue is likely with the laptop's network settings. And next question. A user needs to transfer a large file quickly between two laptops without using the internet. What is the best method? Email attachment, cloud storage, direct USB to USB connection, screen mirroring, or remote desktop connection. And here the correct answer is direct USB to USB connection, as a direct connection allows fast file transfer without internet dependency. And next question. A technician is setting up a new SSD. What should they do before installing Windows? Disable all firewalls, initialize and format the drive, install a new power supply, replace the RAM, or adjust Wi-Fi settings. And here the correct answer is initialize and format the drive, as new storage devices must be initialized and formatted before use. And if you are interested in more questions like these, you can come here into the Skill Test Pro, and there are different questions for different exams from CompTIA, Microsoft, Cisco, so as you can take my Udemy course where I have 730 questions multi-choice quiz, and I will leave all links in first pinned comment and in description of this video. And next question. A technician is troubleshooting a PC that powers on but does not display anything on the monitor. What should they check first? USB drivers, Wi-Fi settings, printer firmware, video cable connections, or monitor brightness. And here the correct answer is video cable connections, as a disconnected or faulty cable can prevent the monitor from displaying an image. A user reports that their Bluetooth mouse disconnects frequently. What should they check first? Monitor refresh rate, printer queue, battery charge level, internet speed, or display resolution. So, if your Bluetooth mouse disconnects frequently, what should you check first? You or technician? And here the correct answer is battery charge level, as with different wireless devices like mice or, for example, keyboards, first you should check for battery charge, whether the battery is full. A technician installs a new GPU, but the system does not recognize it. What should they check first? So if you are installing a new GPU, or GPU stands for graphics processing unit or graphics card, what should you check first if it is not recognized? Firewall settings, USB ports, proper power connections, Wi-Fi signal strength, or external hard drive connections. And here the correct answer is proper power connections, as a high performance GPUs require additional power connectors to function. And next question. A technician needs to replace a laptop's keyboard. What is the first step? Disconnect the battery, update the operating system, check printer drivers, disable firewall settings, or increase RAM speed. And here the correct answer is disconnect the battery, as disconnecting the battery prevents accidental electrical damage during repairs. A desktop's clock keeps resetting to the wrong time after every restart. What is the most likely cause? A dead CMOS battery, a faulty RAM module, a weak Wi-Fi signal, actually this is twice here, an overheating CPU. And the correct answer is a dead CMOS battery, as CMOS battery maintains system time and BIOS settings when the computer is off. And by the way guys, if you are also interested in these types of videos on different examinations for CompTIA, Microsoft or Cisco, you can also go to my channel's homepage, click on playlists and find an appropriate playlist for which exam you are looking for these types of videos. And currently I am creating videos for CompTIA Plus for the latest exams, and these questions will just keep getting more harder and harder with every next video. And next question is: a user reports that their laptop's battery drains quickly. What should they check first? Printer queue, USB device drivers, internet speed, firewall settings, or power settings? And here the correct answer, if a user reports that their laptop battery drains quickly, is obviously power settings, as adjusting power settings can help extend battery life. A technician is confirming a firewall to allow remote desktop connections. What port should be opened? So for remote desktop connections, what port should be opened? And this is for Windows. Port 3389, port 80, port 22 or 22, port 443, or port 25. And here for Windows, you should know RDP protocol or port is port 3389, as remote desktop protocol or RDP uses port 3389 for remote connections. A user is experiencing slow performance while multitasking. What upgrade would provide the most improvement? So, if you are multitasking, you are experiencing a slow performance, what upgrade would provide the most improvement? A larger power supply, more RAM, a new monitor, a USB hub, or an external speaker? And here the correct answer is more RAM, as RAM is the real-time memory, as additional RAM allows more smoother multitasking and improved performance. The next question: a technician is upgrading RAM in a laptop. What should they do before installation? Ensure compatibility with the motherboard, increase the fan speed, adjust screen brightness, install an SSD, or uninstall all drivers. And here the correct answer is ensure compatibility with the motherboard, as RAM must be compatible with the system to function properly. And by the way guys, you can go to skilltestpro.com to this website and do these tests for absolutely free if you are interested to do so. And the more of these tests you will take before your real exam, the better chances is for you to pass this exam, because you should be practicing and learning to think, read fast and understand question fast, and to provide the correct answers fast. And the only way how you can do it is by doing these types of tests for yourself before you take the real exam. And usually you do as many of these questions before you take the real exam for yourself, so you get real feel and understand questions and understand what is being asked, and you will be much more able to answer these questions fast. fast, as in real exam you will have only 1 minute for a question, which looks like kind of it's a long time, but there will also be a stress level and so on and so forth. That's why you should be taking these types of tests for yourself. So next question, a user reports distorted colors on their external monitor. What should be checked first? The printer queue, the keyboard layout, the display cable connection, the RAM speed, the Bluetooth settings. And here the correct answer is the display cable connection, as a loose or damaged display cable can cause color distortion. A technician installs a new power supply but finds that the system still does not power on. What should they check first? Or what should they check next? Motherboard connections, firewall settings, printer queue, mouse driver, or monitor resolution. And here the correct answer is motherboard connections, as loose or improper connections can prevent power from reaching system components. A user accidentally deleted a critical system file, causing Windows to crash. What is the best way to restore the system? Lower the monitor brightness, use system restore, disable Wi-Fi, replace the thermal paste, or install a new printer driver. And the correct answer is use system restore. A system restore allows users to revert the system to previous stable state. A technician needs to install a new CPU. What component must be properly aligned before installation? So, if you are installing a new CPU, what component must be properly aligned before installation? The GPU's power connectors, the RAM speed settings, the CPU socket and pin layout, the WAN speed in BIOS, or the USB boot priority. And here the correct answer is the CPU socket and pin layout, as CPU must be installed correctly in the socket to prevent damage and ensure functionality. A desktop computer emits a series of beeps and does not boot. What should the technician check first? And actually this is repeating the question here. The display settings, the motherboard's post-error codes, the antivirus software, the network bandwidth, or the monitor brightness. And the correct answer is the motherboard's post-error codes, as beep codes indicate hardware failures detected during the power on, self-test, or on post. A user reports that they cannot connect to a Wi-Fi network, but their co-workers can. What is the best first troubleshooting step? Replace the Wi-Fi router, install a new sound driver, restart the user's device, check the office lighting, or upgrade the printer firmware. And the correct answer is here, restart the user's device, as restarting the device can resolve temporary network connectivity issues. A technician is troubleshooting a laptop that does not power on. So, you are troubleshooting a laptop which does not power on. The power LED blinks when the power button is pressed, but the laptop does not boot. What is the most likely cause? Corrupt operating system, faulty battery on power adapter, disconnected keyboard, a failing printer, or a weak Wi-Fi signal. So what is the most likely cause here? And here the correct answer is a faulty battery or power adapter, as a blinking LED often indicates power related issues such as a bad battery or adapter. A technician is replacing a power supply or PSU, power supply unit. Which feature should they check to ensure compatibility with the motherboard? Number of SATA ports, RGB lighting, fan size, 24-pin ATX connector, or Wi-Fi capability. And here the correct answer is 24-pin ATX connector, as modern motherboards require a 24-pin ATX power connector. Ensuring the PSU has this is essential for compatibility. Which tool can be used to test the integrity of system memory? RAM, Disk Cleanup, memtest86, Task Manager, Device Manager, or Check Disk. And here the correct answer is memtest86, as memtest86 is a diagnostic tool specifically designed to test and detect memory RAM errors. Which file system is commonly used on a USB flash drive to maximize compatibility across operating systems? NTFS, ext4, FAT32, APFS, HFS Plus. And here the correct answer is FAT32, as FAT32 is widely supported by Windows, macOS, Linux, and even game consoles, making it ideal for USB drives. Which type of display technology offers the best contrast ratio and true blacks? LCD, LED, OLED, plasma, or CRT? And here we are talking about screen types or display types, and you should also know everything about different display types for your CompTIA A+ Core 1 exam. And here the correct answer is OLED, as OLED display can turn off individual pixels completely, delivering perfect blacks and high contrast. Which network device reduces network collisions by segmenting collision domains? Hub, switch, repeater, bridge, or modem? And here the correct answer is switch. Switches manage collision domains per port, improving network efficiency and reducing collisions. Which mobile device component is responsible for sensing orientation changes? Gyroscope, GPS module, NFC chip, Wi-Fi antenna, or microphone? So, which mobile device component is responsible for sensing orientation changes? So whenever you are turning around your mobile device or mobile phone, which component is responsible for sensing, or when you have turned it, whether horizontal or vertical way? And here the correct answer is gyroscope, as gyroscope detects rotation and orientation shifts, enabling features like screen auto rotation. Which of the following expansion cards would you install to provide additional external USB ports? NIC, sound card, GPU, TV tuner, or USB expansion card? And here the correct answer is USB expansion card, as a USB expansion card adds extra USB ports by connecting to the motherboard's PCIe slot. What does the ping command test? Disk speed, network latency and reachability, RAM performance, CPU usage, or file system health? So, whenever you ping something, what does it check? And here the correct answer, or what does it test, is network latency and reachability, as ping checks if a remote host is reachable and measures round trip time, useful for network diagnostics. Which of these is a cloud computing model where services are provided over the internet and billed per use? IaaS, PaaS, SaaS, FaaS, or utility computing? So which is the correct answer here? And the correct answer here is utility computing, as utility computing delivers IT services on demand, charging users based on consumption like utilities. A technician needs to securely wipe a hard drive before disposal. Which method ensures that data cannot be recovered? So you need to 100% be sure whenever you are wiping a hard drive, so which is the best, or which of these methods ensures that data cannot be recovered. Quick format, deleting files, running check disk, degaussing, or defragmentation. And here the correct answer is degaussing, as degaussing erases magnetic fields on a hard drive, making data irrevertible. Which tool is best for safely removing dust from inside a desktop computer? Vacuum cleaner, compressed air can, wet cloth, paintbrush, or steel wool? So which of these you would use to remove dust from inside the desktop computer? And the correct answer here is a vacuum, actually not a vacuum cleaner, compressed air can, as compressed air can is safe and effective for cleaning dust without risking static discharge or damage. Which type of cable is commonly used for high-speed data transfer between storage arrays and servers? Coaxial, Cat5e, Cat6a, HDMI, or fiber optic? And here the correct answer is fiber optic, as fiber optic cables offer high-speed, low-latency connections and are ideal for server storage communication. A user complains that their laptop screen is very dim even after increasing brightness. Which component is most likely failing? RAM, backlight, Wi-Fi adapter, CPU, or hard drive? And here the correct answer is backlight, as a dim screen, despite brightness adjustments, point to a failing or faulty backlight. Which wireless security protocol provides the strongest protection? And now we are talking about your Wi-Fi protocols. WEP, VPA, VPA2, VPA3, or TKIP? And here the correct answer is VPA3, as VPA3 is the latest and most secure wireless encryption standard, improving upon VPA2's protection. Which connector type is typically used for connecting internal hard drives using the SATA interface? RJ45, Molex, SATA, BNC, or SC? And here the question pretty much is telling you the correct answer, as hard drives using a SATA interface. Also, with the correct answer is SATA. SATA connectors are the standard for linking internal hard drives and SSDs to the motherboard. Which of the following printer types uses fuser assembly to bond toner to paper? Inkjet, laser printer, dot matrix printer, thermal printer, or plotter? And here the printer which uses a fuser assembly to bond toner to paper is laser printer, as laser printers use a fuser to heat and bond toner powder to paper, producing permanent images. Which of the following devices function as both modem and router in most home networks? Switch, access point, gateway, bridge, or repeater? So which one from these function as modem and router in home networks. And here the correct answer is gateway, as a gateway device in home networks usually combines modem and router functions, managing internet access and routing. A customer wants to build a PC specifically for gaming with ultra-high resolution textures. What is the most important component they should prioritize? High-speed network card, large HDD storage, high wattage power supply, powerful GPU with large VRAM, or optical disk drive. And here the correct answer is powerful GPU with large VRAM. As for gaming with high resolution textures, a powerful graphics card with ample VRAM is critical for smooth performance. Which RAID level offers both redundancy and increased performance using striping and mirroring? RAID 0, RAID 1, RAID 5, RAID 6 or RAID 10? And here the correct answer is RAID 10, as RAID 10 or 1 plus 0 combines disk mirroring and striping to provide both fault tolerance and improved performance. Which protocol is used to securely synchronize time across devices in network? FTP, SNMP, NTP, DHCP or SMTP? So which of these protocols are used to securely synchronize time across devices in a network? And here the correct answer is Network Time Protocol or NTP, as Network Time Protocol or NTP synchronizes time across network devices securely and accurately. Which of the following is common symptom of failing or unseated RAM module in laptop computer? The screen flickering, intermittent freezing or crashing with no clear software cause, the battery not charging, the touchpad becoming unresponsive, or the Wi-Fi connection dropping frequently. Which one is the correct answer here? And the correct answer is intermittent freezing or crashing with no clear software cause, as faulty or improperly seated RAM often causes system instability, leading to random freezing or crashes. Even when software seems fine, memory errors disrupt normal system operations. A user wants to connect a modern USB-C headset to their older desktop computer that only has USB Type-A ports. Which type of adapter is required? And you should also know about adapters for your CompTIA Plus Core 1 exam. USB Type-A to Type-A cable, USB Type-C to Type-C cable, USB Type-A to Type-B cable, USB Type-A to Type-C adapter or cable, HDMI to USB adapter. And here the correct answer is USB Type-A to Type-C adapter or cable, as USB Type-A to Type-C adapter or cable is needed to connect the newer USB-C headset to an older desktop with USB Type-A ports, allowing compatibility between the different USB standards. Which of the following is a common type of memory used in network security devices for storing logs and audit trails? DDR4 RAM, SODIMM, SRAM, EEPROM or flash memory? And here the correct answer is flash memory, as flash memory is non-volatile, meaning it retains data without power. It's commonly used in a network security devices to store logs, audit trails and configurations that must persist after power loss. A technician is asked to upgrade the storage in a server that requires high input-output operations per second, or IOPS, For a database application, which type of storage would be the best choice? High capacity SATA hard drives in RAID 5, large capacity type drive, SAS or serial attached SCSI or SCSI, hard drive in RAID 10, high capacity SATA solid state drive SSDs in RAID 5, or NVMe, which stands for Non-Volatile Memory Express, SSDs in RAID 10. And here the correct answer is high capacity SATA solid state drives or SSDs in RAID. Actually no, this is in RAID 10, not in RAID 5. As NVMe SSD, especially in RAID 10 configuration, offer the highest IOPS and lowest latency, making them ideal for demanding database applications that require rapid read and write operations. Which of the following is a common type port used for connecting a biometric scanner, like a fingerprint reader, to a computer for authentication? VGA, HDMI, Ethernet RJ45, this is a RJ45 connector, USB Type A, or PS/2. And here the correct answer is USB Type A, as biometric scanners such as fingerprint readers typically connect to a computer via USB Type A port, which provides both power to the device and data interface for transmitting and scanned biometric data. And like I mentioned, guys, if you are interested, I have a Udemy course for CompTIA Plus Core 1 already for the latest exam, which is 221-201, and I have there 6 practice exams, which are multi-choice questions and answers, and there are 730 questions, and I will leave a link to that in description. However, you can also go to skilltestpro.com and you can take these tests as well for yourself. And if you found this video useful, leave a like, share this video, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and see you in the next one.